Holistic, value-based, experiential. Learning is always comprehensive at SME. Located at Newtown, Rajarhat, Kolkata, SMU lies close to the new corporate hub of the city. Established through the enactment of the Sister Nivedita University Act 2017, SNU is deeply inspired by the thoughts and teachings of Swami Vivekananda and Sister Nivedita. Housing an environment of inclusiveness, the university promises to provide education to all without any bias based on class, social status, creed, religion, or gender. The SNU campus boasts of a well-designed, ergonomical infrastructure with educational facilities par global standards. SNU also provides students with accommodation facilities that harbor an interactive, healthy, hygienic, and academic-oriented environment. Moreover, healthy, home-cooked food items are served in the cafeteria.
एट एसएनयू का फूड कोर्ट हम लोग खुले हैं। यहाँ पर हम लोग इंडियन, चाइनीज, बंगाली और भी डिशेज रखने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं और फूड क्वालिटी में कोई कॉम्प्रोमाइज हम लोग नहीं करते हैं।
Buses with well-coordinated routes covering all parts of the city provide a smooth and convenient transport service.
In addition to providing playground, indoor games facilities, we have set up yoga center here. We have an agreement with the Korean organization, special type of martial art, Taekwondo.
At SMU, it has been a life-changing experience for me.
Attending you, I believe I have made a right decision to join this movement.
At SMU, I have started becoming a good human, discovering new ideas and innovation, which comes along with creativity and excellence. I have started enjoying my life at SMU, and I hope you will enjoy it here too.
Good evening and welcome to another episode of Making Students Future Ready. Make your career choice in the field of natural sciences. Today, we get to explore the very interesting and innovative, all-encompassing world of natural sciences that entails a huge range of subject domains. We all know that Sister Nivedita University has a thriving School of Natural Sciences. Under the school, we have different departments of chemistry, physics, statistics, biotechnology, microbiology, applied nutrition, and dietetics, mathematics, etc. We have the best infrastructure and facilities for these departments where students are exposed to truly an enriching experience. Today, we get to learn about all these streams a little bit, the importance of pursuing natural science as a stream, and how taking up natural science opens up a lot of doors in terms of career prospects and academic pursuits. We will learn all of this today and much more from a very eminent teacher and educator, Professor Debashish Gangopadhyay. He's, of course, the director of School of Natural Sciences here at Sister Nivedita University. Also, he's a professor of the Department of Physics. He has years of experience teaching, guiding students, of research, of helping out students. And he's also been a faculty for S.N. Bose National Center for Basic Sciences and Ramakrishna Mission Vivekananda Educational and Research Institute, Berur, Mount Howrah. His research interests in areas include quantum field theory, cosmology, quantum computation, and information, and so on. We are fortunate to have him here with us today to address this session. Thank you so much, Professor Gangopadhyay. For the duration of this session, kindly keep your microphones on mute. However, you might keep your videos on. With that, we would like to start the session. I request Professor Gangopadhyay to take over. Sir.
Thank you, ma'am. And I have to thank you, Indrila, and thank you, Madam Ina Bose, for taking this trouble. And well, I'll just start off straight away. And the main thing that I would like to insist or share with you, share with the share screen. Okay. So, well, hello everyone, and let me invite you to a session, basically a career counseling session, and explain to you why you should study natural sciences at Sister Nivedita University. I am aware that many of you are having a very trying time in this pandemic, and I hope that this time is shortened in the near future. Hopefully we will come out of this rather dark age. And I am fully sympathetic to your present predicament of being confined to your homes and trying to think about building a career. In this context, when the choice of career becomes important at this particular age, all of you are more or less outgoing school students, mostly. The point is, you are more or less rather confused regarding which career to choose, particularly in the sciences. Obviously, for obvious reasons, the professional sciences are more attractive, like engineering or the medical sciences. But you must remember that all professional sciences are essentially built upon the natural sciences. And therefore, natural sciences is equally exciting, if not more, as a career pursuit. Now, what are the basic sciences or the natural sciences that we cater to in Sister Nivedita University? Well, these are the following departments, namely physics, mathematics, chemistry, statistics, and microbiology, applied nutrition, biotechnology, and psychology. Now, today, we will be focusing on physics, chemistry, mathematics, and statistics. The remaining departments, these will be discussed at some later date, and we hope to enlighten you on those aspects also. The question is, as I began, why should you study the natural sciences? What is our teaching philosophy? Well, our teaching philosophy is to promote active learning with applications, because you see, science is nothing without applications. The basic aim of science is to increase the quality of life of a human being. That is the base, that should be and is And how this happens, I'll illustrate also. And so let us first see why it is so important that natural sciences have these applications part. Summer is here. All of you are confined, and very often you want to have a glass of cold water. What do? You go and open your refrigerator, take out a bottle, and have you ever thought who made that possible? Do you know who made that possible? That within a 3x4 or 6x2 or 6x3, depending on the size of your refrigerator, you are having nice bottles of cold water and ice creams and whatnots. Well, the fact is, you will be very surprised to know that this person who built or who introduced this technology also enabled the technology that allows you, when your parents are not around, to surf across the TV channels. The same person. And if I tell you the name, you will be shocked, because I am very sure that these things are not taught, or rather these are not stories, these are facts. These facts are not revealed to you. I don't know why. But the name of that person is Albert Einstein. Very few people know that it is Einstein who made the modern refrigerator possible. It's a long story. Hitler was in power. All fundamental funding was stopped. At that time, Einstein was already very famous. He wanted to do experiments. So the famous industrial giant Siemens came and said, well, you have to work according to what we say. You have to find out how to keep cool a 3 feet by 4 feet area in your room. You see, in those days, in 1933, cooling technology by evaporation was very well known, cold storage. If you go to the rural areas of Bengal, you will find large number of cold storage where you put in your potatoes and other perishable farm produce. That technology was known. By evaporating water, you create a cooling effect from the surroundings. But to cool a 3 feet by 4 feet area is not so simple. A completely different technology was required, and I will not go into the details. The underlying thing of that technology was natural science, known as Joule-Thomson cooling in statistical mechanics. That is what Einstein applied to build it up. He worked for about 3 or 4 years, got 42 patents, and left. And that became a worldwide technology today. So this is the meaning of natural science. It required a genius of his level to use his knowledge of statistical mechanics to make that refrigerator. Similarly, when you are surfing the net by your remote in your hand, that was also essentially the theory of that laser, what is called laser, that you have small laser signals going to your screen and manipulating the various channels. And laser means, maybe you know, since high school students of science may know it, laser stands for light amplification by stimulated emission of radiation. So these are just two. Today's technology is what? Mainly the mobile phone. All of you must be using it. Have you ever thought, suppose you have a friend way, say in London or in New York or in Paris, have you ever thought he just dials your number and straight away he or she can contact you? Have you ever thought why this is possible? If you have satellite phones or the iPhones, which are more popular now, all this is possible because of very, very esoteric theory of physics is built in the programming of your mobile phone, and that is Albert Einstein's special theory of relativity. Without that, the GPS system connected to your phone won't work, but you don't know this, you're not aware of this. But special theory of relativity is one of the cornerstones and the general theory of relativity for which Einstein is famous, most famous. That's one of the greatest theories of science in the last 1,000 years. that is built into your phone. Remember, all of you must remember this. All of you must remember that when you are opening the refrigerator, when you are surfing through the channels of your TV, you are having natural science, fundamental science at work in the technologies. And remember, and finally, there are thousands of stories I can say. This is not only for Einstein. The other person you know is Newton. What does natural science tell you? When Newton was in the, during his time, Elizabeth was the queen, there was too much of counterfeiting going on in England. So Elizabeth, the queen, asked Newton, please stop it. And today, if you take out a coin, you will see on the rim of the coin, you have sharp edges that have been cut. It was Newton who introduced that edges on coins, because if you have to make that edges, then counterfeiting the coin would become difficult because it would not be cost effective. Why did Newton knew it? Because in those days, Newton was working on how metals behave under heat simultaneously when you are also applying pressure. And these are extremely difficult areas of fluid dynamics in those days. So he was actually in natural science. He's the father, one of the fathers of modern natural sciences in physics. But their applications today, we are using it every time. So you must remember that natural science perhaps is the most exciting of all sciences, and particularly all applied and professional sciences depend on it. Based on this, the curriculum of the Sister Nivedita University have been developed, and practical courses of this place are all grounded in experiments. Science is nothing without experiments and observations. Please don't have the idea that science is esoteric. No, science is everywhere around you, and all the great contributions have come from these particular areas of various areas of natural science. What are the features? Well, you must learn the fundamentals, and we teach the fundamentals. That is what our greatest asset. We have wonderful teachers in all our departments, young, dynamic, and because they're dynamic, the syllabus is also dynamic and it is regularly updated. We don't teach things which are 100 years old and irrelevant now. You learn universal techniques that is applicable throughout the branches of applied sciences, like information technology, chemical technology, biosciences, medical sciences, econometrics, financial mathematics, and stock market predictions. In the case of medical sciences, I should like to point out that in 1918, Donna Strickland, a Canadian lady physicist, was awarded the Nobel Prize in Physics. Do you know why? Because of her contribution today, laparoscopic surgery has become so popular and so possible. Donna Strickland developed the entire quantum mechanics of the lasers that are used to do laparoscopic surgery. And this is what is mentioned in the Nobel citation also. Her fundamental work in laser physics has made laparoscopic surgery possible. So that's why I'm saying in medical sciences, econometrics, much of various scientific theories are used in econometrics, microeconomics, using the natural sciences techniques. Financial mathematics, stock market predictions, essentially from the various new types of subjects that have emerged in mathematics and statistics, they are applied, including nowadays we are having this big data analysis and so on. You will be participating in experimental projects, and one of the wonderful things that we are trying to build up here is our design and fabrication labs, where you are going to design your experiment. You are going to design or decide on what problem you will choose, rather than carry out age-old, rather monotonous experiments. And we have beautiful, really wonderful extracurricular activities which you can always enjoy. Well, we have some idea of our students. So these are some of our students who are doing their work in the laboratories that you will have a much more e-laboratories, much more slightly, will show a video after this, after I finish, of some of these laboratories. Finally, what are your career prospects? You see, choosing a career is important from various aspects. I think the best aspect that one should think about, or the most important aspect, is your happiness. But happiness is not all that sustains life. You have to sustain your hunger also. So for that, you have to earn money. The wrong idea, rather, or the mistake, I also not say wrong, it's a too harsh a word, but a mistaken idea is that natural sciences do not give you a large pay packet. No, that's wrong. You must remember one thing. This century, 21st century, is nothing but the harbinger of a knowledge-based society. And a knowledge-based society develops on the shoulders of science, that is natural science. And therefore, this has become now, these governments throughout the world understand this. If you see the phenomenal growth of China, as an example, you will find huge infrastructure has been built up for sustaining the natural sciences. And therefore, proportionately, jobs have become thousandfold, and the pay packets are also quite large. So let us just see what are some of the career prospects. Well, just a minute. Okay. Let us take the case of the simplest degree that we offer, that is Bachelor of Science. Now, if you do Bachelor of Science, you will be immediately absorbed in the IT sector. You know that. You have lots of that. For a master's degrees, you have research scientist jobs at BRC, ISRO, and IIST for the Indian Institute of Space Science and Technology. These are for master's degrees. And remember, this is from all branches of the 4 branches I have said: physics, chemistry, mathematics, and statistics. And of course, if you are much more ambitious and you can sustain yourself and you love your studies, well, you get a PhD, and then you have, it's simply the world opens to you, the whole world opens to you. You have opportunities in academics, research, teaching, IITs, research institutes. I'm talking about only India. New government and private colleges like SNU and University in India, and then all similar organizations throughout the world. No other branches of study gives you this level of opportunities once you get the highest degree. Now, for those interested in finance, which is now a very important subject, if you actually do some sort of a research, you will find that many of these Merrill Lynch, Morgan Stanley, Goldman Sachs have natural science PhDs as occupying the topmost positions in these companies. So far as physics is concerned, I know large number of them, and mathematics and statistics, the number would be at least even higher. Not only that, there is science administration, lucrative jobs in the government, private organizations. And the other part, which I particularly want to tell you, for a PhD degree holder, United Nations have fabulous jobs. And this has come about in the last 5 or 10 years. Fabulous jobs in natural sciences. So today we are going to just discuss physics, chemistry, mathematics, and statistics. Well, you can become a scientist, that we're seeing here. You can become an astronomer, and you can lose yourself in the heavens. Or you can also do medical physics. You see, in medicine, physics applications have become 1,000-fold all the instruments are based on fundamental sciences and on quantum technologies. Finally, I come to, can any one of you identify this picture? I don't know. Well, this is the first quantum computer. 2019 was made by IBM. So what is a quantum computer? Well, it's an extension of the classical computer, and it does things very, very fast. How fast? A normal hacker using a classical computer will take to hack your password roughly, just by allowing that software to run, roughly equal to the age of the universe, the time taken to hack. Whereas a quantum computer will get that password within 5 to 10 years. What is the age of the universe? 13.8 billion years. So that is the increase in computing time. All the banks are funding quantum computation research, which is now a reality. So these are the modern technologies these are future technologies. Within the next 25 years, these things are going to come in handy. Then in chemistry, you have structural chemistry where you can do a lot of work if you want to be a scientist, protein folding. And of course, chemistry is so interlinked with physics and biology that nowadays it is proper, perhaps not correct, or it's improper to talk of only watertight compartments like physics, chemistry, mathematics, statistics, biology. No, all of them are intertwined, and interdisciplinary science is the watchword of present day education, and SNU is aware of it. Accordingly, the courses have been built along those lines. You can get the greatest happiness if you get chemical engineering, factories you can run, you can have prospects there. Then you have prospects in drug manufacturing, biochemistry and all. And you also have other types of nano or materials chemistry where you directly, it's an overlap, or rather it's an overlap with metallurgical laboratories where engineering materials are manufactured first in the lab by a chemist, then it becomes commercial. So these are, I can go on and on. Their jobs are fantastic. Happiness is there, money is there also. And of course, these are the fundamental parts of chemistry. If you want to be a scientist, do research, that also you can do. You see, all these subjects provide you various types of avenues of jobs and satisfaction, depending on your own personal interest. And then you come to mathematics and statistics. Nowadays, you have seen the plethora of insurance companies that has come up. Do you know why insurance, who decides what premium you pay for insurance? The person who decides that is called an actuary, A-C-T-U-A-R-Y. It is one of the highest paid jobs in the world. Let me tell you, an actuary in any insurance firm gets paid more than the highest paid Indian Institute of Management, Ahmedabad MBA. I repeat, an actuary, you have to be a statistician. If you can become an actuary, you will be the highest paid person, perhaps, even in the overtaking the management wallahs, who are the highest paid. We know that. But perhaps you are not aware of it. And given the plethora of insurance firms that have started flooding India, actuaries are in great demand and very short supply. So that's what statistics and mathematics can bring that career to you. And then, of course, you can do research, you can do artificial intelligence, you can do data analytics, and so on. The thing goes on. I am just giving you some slice of the opportunities that any natural science career can bring to you. And you can have much of what I have said in Sister Nivedita University itself. We are a new university, so all our courses, our syllabuses, our teaching philosophy, all these are tuned to 2021. And therefore, I invite all of you to join our university and enjoy the wonderful world of natural science. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Gangopadhyay. Thank you so much. Am I audible?
Yes, you're on.
Yes. Thank you so much. I would request Professor Shubhana Chakraborty of the Physics Department to please take over from here. She will, as Professor Gangopadhyay mentioned, she'll be showing us a video with all the infrastructure and the lab setup that we have at SNU. So, Chakraborty, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. A very good evening to everyone. So
You're audible, Professor Chakraborty. You're not visible. So yes, now it's okay. Yes, yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
Very good evening to all of you for joining in today. And before I give you a little tour of the physics labs, I would just like to share two little slides which will actually give you an idea about the experiments, physics experiments at SNU. Just in continuation with what Professor Gangopadhyay just mentioned, that we try to make physics, at least since I'm from the Department of Physics, I can talk about physics only. So we try to make physics not only a subject which you have to study because you've enrolled into the course, but we ensure that you enjoy it. And at the end of the day, when you leave the university, you're a happy person who is happy with studying this particular subject. So I would just like to share my screen. Very simple, two little slides, and then I'll show you the video. So is it visible? Is my slide visible?
Yes. Yes, it's
okay.
visible.
So it's just called the World of Experimental Physics at SNU. So it's just nothing. It's basically, we have three types of experiments that we set for our students. One type is the set experiment, which is obviously important because we have to follow certain rules, certain guidelines set by the UGC and everything. So we have certain set experiments for our students, and these students are our BSc honors, physics honors students, our MSc physics students. Then we also cater to the BTech engineering students, diploma engineering students, and students from other branches of science, such as chemistry, statistics, if they take up physics, also biophysics. So they also come to our labs, and we have designed these experiments as per their need. So these are some of the set experiments. The second part is, which we'd like to call innovative experiments, which are, we can categorize them into two parts. One is the practical projects, which any student, whether from BSc Physics or MSc Physics, or even somebody from a different stream, if he or she wants to, can participate. So it's called practical project. Okay. The second, that is while you're enrolled into a course, if you'd like to do something a little extra, you can. The second is a research project. Now, we do have provisions for PhD students, but this is not that. I'm not talking about PhD research here. It's about internships. So our very own students, they also undertake projects at the end of their course, both at BSc level and master's level. So they can also participate in these research projects, which is a little extra than what they learn in their BSc and MSc courses. And the third one is the design and fabrication experiments. Here, we actually encourage the students to design an experiment. First, the designing is done via a simulator. So you first use a simulator to see how your experiment would look like. Okay, so, then you have, like, we give you wings to fly. So you can imagine whatever you like, and you actually try and simulate your experiment. Then, of course, comes optimization. What is possible, what is not possible. You decide on that. And after that, you actually fabricate a model of the experiment. And finally, of course, the last part is testing and analyzing the experiment. So this is another type. So these three types of experiments are provided for the students. So we provide a bucket of experiments. You can, like, all students might not be interested in innovative experiments or design and fabrication. Some might be happy with set experiments. Some would like to explore more. So we have provisions for all kinds of students. We try to satiate your desires and your interests. Okay, so with that, I think I'll end the slide and I will just share my video after this. Just give me a second. Okay, so I'll share once again my screen. Actually, this video was shot during the pandemic time when we were missing our students, and then we just shot this. And why can I not share my screen? Okay, so I'll just play this video. It's not the most edited. Actually, this was on Facebook Live, so it's not edited. So please bear with me. So we just give you a glimpse of the physics lab. However,
so can you enlarge this?
So I'll try.
Yes.
Is it okay, ma'am?
Yeah.
Okay.
And this is our physics practice. I'll just give you an overview of what we have in our lab. These are some of the instruments that students come for their practicals. We cater to students from different disciplines, such as engineering, because in engineering, the first semester comprises of basics. We also cater to students from diploma engineering. We cater to our own students, which are BSc physics and masters. Now, let's have a glimpse at the apparatus that we have here. For example, here we have the Cannister bridge, which is an experiment on electricity. Then we have the NUMS modular setup, which is a general physics experiment. We have characterization of the semiconductor diamond. Here we have determination of Hall coefficient. As you can understand, we have different levels of different. So we cater to students from different fields, from different branches, and also from different batches. Here we have the Anderson bridge. Here we have the Gustav box, which is a basic experiment, and this caters to diploma engineering students. Then here we have Planck's constant setup, where students determine the latest Planck's constant. Then here we measure the ionization potential of mercury, which is modern physics. Here again we have characterization of the solar cell, which is again a modern physics experiment. Then we have the determination of the constant, which is a solid state experiment. Then here we have system. We have CR setup, where you can see we just have an empty grid. Here, the students are encouraged to actually build the entire setup. We give them the various components, the resistors, capacitors, and then they have to build this, and then they have to measure the resonance of the circuit. Here we have again another general which is here we have a normal physics experiment. Then we have very complex experiments. Then here we have Rand's experiment, which is again a modern physics experiment. Then here we have one is the interpretation of the gravitational constant. Pendulum, which is classical mechanics. Then we have two setups that are based on physics. Because we have placed them over here because we need a heater and we also need a seat. So we have some more experiments, and especially you must be wondering what about optics, which is a very important part of physics. So let's come. We need for optics to come. So please follow me. What now? So we have to use the elevator. Now it's not dark. Everything analyzed, and then we will measure the sound waves over here. This is experiment. Then we have another set over here, which actually measures the fringes produced by a wedge. A wedge. We have some more optics experiments which are now actually all placed inside the cupboard, because as you know, optical components are very sensitive and we do not want dust to be out there. That is why we can inside and we hope to start very soon. So if you are really interested in physics, what are you waiting for? Come, join us at Stanford University.
So I think I'm done. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Dr. Professor Chakraborty. Yes, thank you so much. That was indeed an extensive and a detailed view of what our labs look like. Now I would request Professor Dr. Rupali Gangopadhyay. She is the HOD of our chemistry department, to speak a few words and talk about the department a little bit. Professor Gangopadhyay, I can see that you're there. If you can unmute yourself, over to you. Professor Gangopadhyay, you need to unmute yourself. You have to unmute yourself.
Yes, thank you.
Yes.
Am I audible now?
Yes, absolutely.
So, good evening to everybody, to all my colleagues and friends, and my would-be students. So, first of all, I am very thankful to my senior colleague, Professor Debashish Gangopadhyay, and my colleague Shravana Chakraborty, because of introducing our university and our instrumental facilities ahead of me, because all these things are assets of our university. So as they have already shown a lot of things, glimpses of the instrumental facilities, I will just actually I introduce myself. I am the HOD of Department of Chemistry, but in our university this chemistry and physics and biology, these are not discrete departments. So we have always interrelations, and that is the asset of our university. So in this evening, I will just show a few slides to about our department and what facilities we can offer and what are the specialties of our the courses we offer. That I will show you in a few slides, just few minutes. Hello, is it visible?
Yes, yes, it's visible. If you can enlarge the screen, Rupali Di.
Yes, yes, I will enlarge it. Yes. So welcome to Sister Nivedita University and Department of Chemistry. We affectionately call it DChem SNU. So what we offer? We offer BSc Honors in Chemistry, that is a 6-semester course, and MSc in Chemistry, that is a 4-semester course. And the specialty of our course structure is it is CBCS based course structure. And as a student of chemistry, you can have lot of you have the scope of selecting the elective papers from different interdisciplinary fields. So when you come out as a chemistry graduate or a chemistry postgraduate, you will also have some knowledge on the special subjects on which you have some interest. For example, if you have some interest on pharmacy, on biophysics, even on psychology or printmaking or etc., you can select them as a special paper, that is GE paper, both in your BSc and MSc courses. And we have a very efficient online admission process. So all these addresses, everything is available in website. So you can apply online. So before going in detail, I will just show you that our department, what are the theme of our department? What is the motto of department? So we believe in the sound knowledge and understanding and research motivation and enrichment, which will guide to make a syllabus which is scientific, unputdownable, complete. And this curriculum is made for education, sustainability, and skill development. So these are not only words, these are actually our themes, and we base our syllabus, we believe our syllabus would be so that other than only the experiments and exams and everything, we believe in development of some skills. So all these things, definitely it will give rise to a sure success in your life. Whatever your subject is, you will have a success in your life. Regarding the skill development and opportunity, we offer project in each sector, each semester. At the end of each semester, the students are offered to make some projects, and at the end semester of BSc and MSc, this project is a major project, so that they can have the experience of hands-on experimenting and how to prepare, how to pursue a problem, how to prepare the dissertation, and how to present. In every semester, students are get this opportunity. So which is also the specialty of our course. In our department, actually, you know that SNU is a new university, so we are growing up. And in this way, in our way, we make collaboration with different universities and research institutes. So we allocate our students to that other laboratories and industries and universities, so that after coming out from SMU, they can have some access to these universities as a research student or in different purpose. So this is an opportunity of the skill development as well as getting the access to the laboratory, as I have already told you. So we are 3 full-time faculties. I am Dr. Rupali Gangopadhyay and Professor Papia Mojumdar and Professor Sudipta Bagh. These 2 faculties are with us, and we have several guest lecturers who can also offer different courses on chemistry. We have done our PhD. I am from Shaha Institute of Nuclear Physics, and Dr. Papia Mojumdar from USA, and Dr. Sudipta Bagh from IIT Guwahati. So we cover a large portion of the research areas of India, so that, and our research interests also, they also cover a large sector of chemistry and material science, so that our students, if they have some affinity to research, we can offer research from different aspects. We are not only organic chemistry or physical chemistry. We have a lot of connection with lot of interdisciplinary fields also, and our syllabus is also based on that. So our laboratory at present, our laboratory is under development. So this is the old pictures. So we do not have any video to share with you, but some pictures with our students and our experiments which are going on, that we can share. But when we will join, the students, new students will join. By this time, we can offer a better and more organized and more enriched laboratory, which is at present, which is under construction. So these are few pictures of typical chemistry lab pictures, but these are not only the experiments we carry out in chemistry laboratory. We have better instruments and more sophisticated experiments we also design in our laboratory and carry out. So with this picture, I end my lecture here, and we are waiting till our lot of students are joining to our institute, so that we can offer our very organized curriculum to them. Thank you all for patient hearing. Oindila, up to you.
Thank you, Professor Gangopadhyay. She is the HOD of the chemistry department. Thank you so much for those slides and a glimpse of our SNU department of chemistry. I will now request Professor Dr. Mridula Kanoria. She is the HOD of our mathematics department at SNU. Ma'am, if you can take over, speak a little bit about the department.
Thank you very much, Arnita, for giving me. Okay, today I came to know that I have to give some talk here for the on behalf of the mathematics department. So I haven't prepared any slides for this, but there is something which I can show here, okay, about the Department of Mathematics. Okay, here is I am actually HOD of the department, Mridula Kanoria, and Avik Sur is also, Dr. Avik Sur is also working there as a faculty. And actually Department of Mathematics, this is the last thing. Nah? Without mathematics, you cannot move a single step. This is my view. Either you will go to the chemistry or physics or biology or microbiology. Without mathematics, you cannot move a single step. You have a very good knowledge of mathematics for all this. Mathematical modeling is first needed. After that, you will do the experiment. Okay. This is I am actually in the sister. Before that, I was in a Calcutta University Raja Bazar Science College. Now I am here in a sister Nimita University. Before going to that, I want to clear the doubts of some people. Maths is just the use of complicated formulas and calculations, which won't be ever applied in a real life. But maths is the universal language which is applied in almost every aspect of life. Yes, you read it right. Basic mathematical concepts are followed all times. you would be amazed to see the emerging of maths from unexpected situations like making budget, construction purpose, music, dancing, exercise, sports, interior designing, fashion designing, management of times, automobile industry, computations, and many more. Even if you go to the shop, the illiterate person, okay, the small boy is sitting there, okay, and if you ask him, भैया ये पोटैटो दो, आलू दो, 4 kg 500 ग्राम दो, और वो क्या दाम है भैया? 16 रुपया 75 पैसा. For what we will do, our mental mathematics is very weak now. We go to the calculator and give, अच्छा 4.5 into 16.75, how much I have to. But वो क्या कर रहा है? वो mathematics का इतना strong है कि he immediately calculate all these and sum up it and give you the proper money. Okay, this is the mental mathematics is now very weak. We are all behind the computer, all behind the calculator. यदि हम बोलेंगे 79 जा क्या है? No one can tell me now what is 79 ja. Okay, I will tell, okay, no, it is 240. One will agree that it is 240. Why? Because of the mental mathematics is very weak. It can't be 17 10 ja is 117. So how it will be 240? Okay, so this concept should be clear before we are going to. Our department is providing, before that I am going to our department. What is my department? Our department is providing the following courses to the students of various disciplines. Not only किसी का यदि वो है तुम्हारा physics है, चाहे chemistry है, चाहे वो है, all of them can take the in the undergraduate program 3 years BSc honors in, but they have the mathematical background. Okay, in their class 12, and the postgraduate program 2 years MSc in applied mathematics. And we are also providing the PhD program in applied mathematics as per the UGC norm. The mathematics form the core of wide varieties of different streams like physics, chemistry, statistics, BCA, BBA, BCom, BPharma, microbiology, biotechnology, law, data science, data analytics, etc. But engineering, where we have to apply the mathematical principle to perform complex calculations to come up with engineering solutions. Mathematics remains an essential part of learning journey. This I can tell you. The department provides several advanced courses which have various, just as Professor Gangopadhyay said, various real life applications nowadays, such as financial mathematics, mathematical biology, combinatory, probability and statistics, mathematical physics, dynamical system, linear algebra. Linear algebra is a very core subject for the data science. Okay, one should realize that linear algebra is now it is the very emerging data science, data analytics. But behind it, there is the linear algebra. Okay, without the knowledge of linear algebra, you cannot move a single step. Operation, research, etc. The department is well equipped with a high generation computer. I have no video, nothing with me now at present, so I cannot show you. But the department is well equipped with a high generation computers with internet facilities. Also, our students, we provide the access of the various advanced soft packages such as Python, MATLAB, Mathematica, C programming, R programming, etc. Many more. Actually, mathematical modeling, you have to solve it. Okay, you have a good knowledge of these packages. Okay, to make sure that our students can make a mark in the real world by empowering them with the latest technology which are used by various companies. We ensure that our curriculum is set by taking the expert opinion from the industry's experts. The department is enriched with experienced faculty members. The faculties keep them engaged in research activities, attending seminars, webinars, organizing the same also. Okay, the faculties always engage themselves in teaching learning process. During such a pandemic situations, we conduct the online classes also via Google Meet, Zoom, etc. Many other, and also we keep them monitoring and give them assignment via Moodles. And we are also always checking their assignment, what they are doing. Without that, we cannot chase the students. Okay, what they are doing. What are employers looking for? Now we come to the end. Employers wants to hire employees who are better at solving complex problems. Okay, your knowledge in maths put you at the top position when applying for a job. All companies should have someone with an understanding of maths, like financial analysis or cost estimation, etc. The opportunities are endless. You can choose one of the most popular maths related job if you graduate from the faculties of the mathematics. Being a fashion designer, fashion designer also need the mathematics. You have to learn proportion, calculate fabrics cost, etc. An architect calculates structural problem and space required for a building. Finally, I can conclude that the students of our department in SNU are able to seek important connections with other relevant disciplines that may inspire them to learn mathematics and enjoy the essence of mathematics. This is all. I'm stopping. If there is any question or anything.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for that lovely introduction and the detailed view of what mathematics entail in modern world. Pursuing mathematics definitely is a beneficial course for students interested, because, as you said, you can't do anything without maths. We do have one question that is directed to Professor Devashish Gangopatra, because he mentioned the event with Einstein. He mentioned a little factoid with Einstein. So, sir, if you're there, we can we ask the question?
Yes.
Yes.
Please.
Okay. It's Shoham K. Shaha from Technical Schools, Jalpaiguri. In the relativity paper, did Sir Einstein anyhow refer to c as the maximum speed of causality instead of the speed of light, as the maximum speed of causality is equal to the speed of light? This can be said as if you're not dependent on photons for the effect of an event, and there would be a faster medium, then could we interpret c as the maximum speed of causality instead of light?
Well, the answer is in the affirmative, that the velocity of light is the maximum in free space. Now, when you are having any medium, then in a medium, the usual velocity is not the thing that is under consideration, but what we have in the case of waves, we have what is called the group velocity. But these are technicalities. So far as Einstein's special relativity is concerned, any material particle, you must remember, any material particle, that is any particle which has some mass or has what we mean by mass, you understand, grams, kgs, and so on, maybe micrograms. But any material particle cannot travel at a speed higher than the speed of light. That is what comes about. The reason is causality depends on the fact that the effect comes after the cause. And for something, you know, suppose, let me give you an example. All of you see the sun every day, right? But if I ask you, suppose the sun vanishes now, when will the effect of the sun vanishing be realizable to you? Well, it will be realizable after 9 minutes, because the sun's distance from the earth is about 93 crore miles. And if you divide that by the velocity of light, that will come to roughly 9 minutes. That means the effect of the sun vanishing would be known after 9 minutes. The very fact, now suppose wrong assumption in Newton's theory that time is absolute, that anything happens somewhere, we feel it instantly. Einstein's theory of relativity tells you no, you do not feel things instantly. There is a finite time. When we say a star is 1 light year away, so if the star vanishes today, we will know it only after 1 whole year. That is the meaning of cause and effect. And this is what Einstein had embodied in his theory, that everything travels with a finite velocity. There is nothing called infinite velocity. The laws of physics before he came assumed that anything is happening anywhere in the universe, we instantly know it. No, that's not true. We know it only after the signal from that reaches us. And the highest speed with which a signal can propagate is the velocity of light. I hope I am clear.
I hope from Jalpaiguri, Shoham, you've got your answer. If not, please visit SNU sometime, and then our professors would be.
I think he has something more to say.
Yes.
He's okay. What if the medium like dark matter would give us the effect of an event, a medium like it has a faster speed than light? What about in that case?
Okay, well, that's a good question. Now, frankly speaking, if you are interested, we can discuss this over a wide range. Well, today physics is in a crisis. We do not know what dark matter is. Dark matter cannot be explained by, also what is dark matter? Let me just briefly tell you. You see, the observable universe, by looking at the orbits of planets and the path of planets and stars and galaxies, you can calculate what should be the matter in the universe. That can be done. The remarkable thing is that when that was done, we found that the matter comes up to a value of which only we have seen only 5%. That means we do not know 95% of the universe. And that's a fact. We do not know where is the other 95% of the mass of the universe. And therefore it is said that this is because those matter, because how do we see matter? How do we know that a star is there? Because it is luminous. That's precisely related to the fact that the light is coming to us. So human beings can understand what matter is, where matter is there, only if it shines. If a star does not shine, or nothing emanates from there, or no electromagnetic signals, light is a form of electromagnetic waves. If nothing comes from there, you will not know that it is there. So whatever matter and the stars and galaxies we see are only 5% of the total mass of the universe. That is the point. And therefore, we do not know. Frankly speaking, it does not, we cannot explain it. The present standard model of particle physics cannot explain it. And many people are saying physics is in a crisis. Maybe it will take about 200 to 300 years more to understand what dark matter, and another point, dark energy is. That means the universe is expanding at a fabulously fast rate, approximately very fractions of the velocity of the speed of light. So why? How does it happen? It's something like anti-gravity or whatever it is. And the velocities are so high that also cannot be explained. So the question is, there must be some sort of energy which is driving this accelerated expansion. And that is called dark energy. So dark matter and dark energy, these are the present frontier level research areas in physics. And frankly speaking, to be honest, we do not know anything about it. Modern physics fails to understand a single question of dark matter or a single question about dark energy, to be truthful. Okay.
Thank you, sir, and thank you for those questions. In fact, okay, should we take another one? It seems to be in a one last question. Why does a star expand just before the gravitational collapse? It should shrink as the gravity pulls it, and it has no fuel to counter it. So
No,
why
no.
do they expand before the collapse?
The point is, you see, the star there are two competitive forces acting on the star. One is because of the mass of the star, all the matter is being attracted to each other, therefore the star is collapsing. Now, as the matter goes inwards, heat is generated, so radiation comes out. So radiation comes out and matter falls in. So there is a radiation pressure outside and there is a gravitational pull of the matter inside. Now, when a star is stable, what happens is the radiation pressure is exactly balanced by the gravitational pull. And you have a stable, like the sun you see, more or less, the sun has the same size now, but actually the sun is it's increasing. Now what happens? This matter is burning. That is what is giving the light or the radiation. So the fuel is nuclear fuel. Basically, we are having billions and billions of hydrogen bomb explosions in the sun, something like that. It is called fusion, and energy is being created. But what happens? The fuel is being used up. Hydrogen is being converted to helium, and gradually the fuel for giving the sun the light and the radiation is becoming less and less and less. Then what happens? Naturally, if the fuel is filled up, the gravitational force also decreases because the matter is vanishing. So only what exists is the radiation pressure. So radiation pressure then starts. So when there was a balance, this shape was fixed. Now once the matter is being used up, so there is no more gravitational pull is decreasing, so the radiation pressure starts to dominate. And as it dominates, the sun starts expanding, or all stars starts expanding. And however much we may fight today, human beings will be engulfed, because gradually the sun in cosmic times, the sun is in its youth, but gradually it will become old. And by the time it is roughly about 40 to 50 years old in our language, it will start expanding and it will start eating up the entire solar system. So this is why, because then since there is no fuel inside, there's no gravitational pull is decreasing, but the radiation pressure is there. So that will now expand the sun, and the sun's boundary would start growing and gradually engulf the entire solar system. So that is our fate. But don't worry, there's quite a billions of years are left for that. Hope you understand. Okay.
Thank you. Yes, actually, what we can do is, Professor Gangopadhyay, if you can write your maybe email address, and maybe they can reach out to you.
Yes, I can. Please provide the my email address.
Yes.
To everyone.
Yes. So, in fact, Shoham seems very interested in physics in general. I think Professor Gangopadhyay will be able to help you out. So, we've come to. Yes.
One point.
Yes.
Can you give my email address to this person, to this young
Yes.
friend?
Yes.
Thank you.
I will share your email
Everyone
address.
actually.
Okay. I will share your.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, we've come.
Written in the Professor Shobhana Chakraborty has written it in the chat box.
There, lovely. Okay, Shoham, for you, there's Professor Gangopadhyay's email ID. Kindly write to him, talk to him. I'm sure he'll be able to help you out. Well, with that, we've come to the end of this session. I would request Ms. Ina Bose, our Director HR Corporate Communication and Industry Connect, to ma'am.
Thank you, Indrila. Thank you, Dr. Gangopadhyay. Thank you all our HODs present here today. Shoham, with you and Dr. Gangopadhyay, I feel like going back to my old physics class. I was really getting lost. If you or your friends want any particular topic to be discussed, we can once again organize such a webinar, and we can have Dr. Gangopadhyay or Professor Kanodia or Professor Rupali Gangopadhyay or Shobana ma'am, anyone to interact with you all, discuss any particular topic that if you want to, if you can mention, and that would be really great. Yes, Shrom, you can talk to your principal ma'am and ask her to get in touch with us, get in touch with me. We will organize such a webinar again. Another thing I would like to mention here is that when SNU comes, we have something very special which we didn't have in our old times, which is choice-based system. A student of physics or mathematics also has a inclination towards painting, art, or music, or English, can always club and excel. So that is something unique. And the new national education policy also mentions such things. We are also into various foreign languages, international languages. Classes are held regularly. We have a department for that, where French, German, Chinese, Esperanto, German, all are taught. So if a student for his future career prospects, also along with his natural science curriculum, wants to take up a international language, can jolly well do that. That was an excellent program today. Thank you, Dr. Gangopadhyay. Thank you, all our professors. Thank you, the participants, and Indila, Shukana Himadri, for giving me all the support. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Indila. Thank you.